What's up, everybody? Well, yes, they're in the garage still. I know you're like, dang, man. So anyway, we got some stuff to finish up on these bad boys. I still had to put the lights and everything on Eric's, which I won't bore you with that since we already did a video on that. But now I have not seen a video on YouTube anywhere where they're putting these big boy motors in these things. I've seen this motor being put into a FCX instead of the SCX, but they're a little bigger, the vehicle is. So here's our option, okay? Here's what we got. Get out of there. This is what I've been waiting on. This is another big block motor, but it comes with it already mounted on a transmission. And this motor is actually bigger than this one. It's longer, which could be a problem, but we will figure that out. They are made to go in the SCX24, so I'd imagine it's been adjusted to fit, is what I'm saying, I would think. Look at that big boy. This is a 180 motor. I don't know what's better, 180 or 130. I don't know. I really don't, but oh, it's got some good torque. I like that it's all together. You don't really have to do nothing except mount it, but I have to open it and see what gear is in here and what tooth pattern, because I would really like to try and test both of these to see which one is better. But now that I'm seeing that big dog, look at that thing. Okay, we're the same. It's the same, you know, like going around and up and down, but the length, look at that. It's like putting a 540 next to a 550 can or something, even bigger, but a 180 and a 130. So again, I don't know much about these. I couldn't find any videos where these were installed in the SCX24. And now we are really trying to particularly put this into a certain type of SCX24 with these bodies, so could be problems, but we're going to get it done. We're going to make it happen, and I'm going to show you guys how we do that. So if you want to do it, whether it's a four-wheeler or just putting this setup in your SCX24, not everybody can afford FuryTech brushless. So, all right, I had to go ahead and just open that up, check out the gear, and of course they're different. Now, that's not a big deal. I think these are probably going to still fit in the machine. We'll just have to see. I'm pretty sure the battery box will be cut and stuff, so we're going to still slap this together. This is just a little more aggressive. They do have the same shaft. If you had a gear puller, you could swap them. The best bet would just to be buy a new spur gear to match this one if you want to go that route. Well, it's got a little smaller gear, it looks like, than this one, so it might be a little slower that way. I got a feeling, I don't know how fast these are going to be. I hope they're not too fast. I want some slow crawl, but wouldn't be bad to have some top speed added. So anyway, let me just go ahead and start taking one apart and seeing what happens here. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on Eric's with this deal. I usually start with mine first. I'll kind of go back and forth on it because I want to get his done so he can enjoy it. I got to get his lights done, all that stuff. Also, he did send me one more thing. Due to power of editing, I done showed this once and I cut that part of the video, so I got to do it again because I forgot about it. So hold on one second. So, all right, never mind, the sun's blinding me too, but this is a garage floor that he sent. It's not wide enough for my actual desk, but that's fine. I'm not going to use it in this garage. I plan on building a second one, and this is going to make it perfect. I really appreciate this one. I wouldn't even have thought to order this, to be honest. And what's funny, my wife even laughed. Our carport has paint spots just like this on it. Something I painted a few years ago. One was red and the other one was actually black or blue. It looks just like that. My wife seen that and started laughing. She goes, it looks just like ours. So anyway, yeah, that thing, it's pretty wide. It's just, I mean, long wise. I mean, it's pretty long. It's just not as wide as my desk. But the new garage I'm going to build, I now have something to base off of on size. It'll be plenty long enough. Might even go bigger than this. I don't know yet. If so, we can order another one and kind of splice them together or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So right here, I got a desk in Johnny's room that's the perfect length to fit there. And I could just make a garage right next to this garage. Well, we're putting this here skid plate in. It's coming along real good. This brass one here, the plastic one, these little washers I'm using, or whatever you call them, they fit perfect on the plastic one. But on here, I had to take a drill bit and drill just enough so they would fit in there, which is perfect now. All that does is keeps that motor from dropping down in them grooves. Puts a little more torque on the screws though, but it's okay. I don't think we're gonna have that much of an issue out of that. And then I have to also put the spacer right here where the third one goes when I put the motor on there, but seems like it's gonna work just dandy. Alright guys, now I don't know how in the heck we managed to take something that size out and put something that size in, but we did it. And I'm gonna tell you what, we had to make a few changes. Obviously she's probably not like the best on the market, but I'm gonna tell you what, I happen to think it's one of the biggest, baddest ATVs I've seen on YouTube so far. I've seen a lot of people making these, but you know, there might be some out there with some brushless or something, but I don't know how many of them's got this big block in it. Man, look at that thing. Just look at it. Would you just look at it? Good Lord, that's a monster of a motor for one of these little crawlers. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's not like got the best slow control, but she's smooth and she's got torque for days. All I got left to do on his is the lights now. It just walks right up stuff like that. Phew, man, what a mess on the desk. I'll tell you what, I got quite a few hours in this project. Hey Marty, man, go ahead and kick that key on, buddy. Let's see what's up. Booyah, that's right. Now, I didn't do the third headlight in the handlebars. You're on your own with that one, Eric. I thought about it, I really did. I was just like, man, I don't know. But check this dude out, though, man. Just check him out. He is the coolest dude on the block right now. And Marty fits this thing perfect. We got your tail light in. Check him out. I wonder if he could ride a wheelie with that thing. You know, one thing I do like about these motors now, you know, the SCX24s, they got that worm gear, and you can't roll them. Like, try to push them with your hand. If you're a little kid trying to roll it like a toy, you'll break stuff. And most of the time, as soon as you let off the gas, they almost stop like a hard drag brake, you know what I mean? But with these big block motors, when I let off, it'll keep rolling, which is pretty impressive. Haha, I'm already down. So anyway, this thing is awesome, man. Yeah, and I was debating, do I want to shorten my wheelbase or not, but after running this one around, yes, I do. This thing is just so good. We need to hit the rocks probably, since we're about finishing up this thing. We better pick Marty up though. He's like face down over here. Now, if you're gonna run your driver, what I did on mine obviously was I put Velcro on the seat and the floorboards. There's a little Velcro down there, a little Velcro up there. And obviously we got Velcro on his feet and butt, which we don't have on this machine, so he's on his own right here, one-handed. He won't never put down his doobie. Again, it's a guitar pick, not a doobie, but it sure looks like a doobie, don't it? That's what we call it anyway. Man, I am so happy with the way these have turned out. They're just wicked awesome. Just look at that thing, man. Just look at it. He's like, I want to run something over, but I don't want to shoot screws across the whole table. She's got the pep in her step compared to what it used to have, that's for sure. So, now I gotta go through a lot of work to put mine together. Jeez. So, where we're at on this, basically, it's pretty much done other than the things I need to fix up. The body mounting so far, the magnets is perfect. They work great. But the screw I'm using to hold the magnet on at the moment is just not, I need a flat one on the top. A flat-headed screw like they came with. Basically what I need to do is order a hardware set for these 1/10 scale RCs, not the little ones but the big ones. I don't have anything laying here to just show you. Yeah, I do. Right here's one. These are the screws that come with the magnets. Right here. Let's see. There we go. Flat-headed, but they're really short. They're made to go right into the body post that they come with. I need screws just like these, but almost 3 times as long, so that they can go into the body post and then I can tighten up onto them from the side. But the ones I'm using have the rounded heads on the top here, so my magnets are not clicking together really solid. At first I thought that'd be okay, but the more I'm using it, the more I need it to be solid. You can see the rounded head up in there. It's working, but it'd be better if they would just go all the way up and connect. Yeah. Anyway, that's the one thing I'm going to do a little more on before I wrap this build up, I believe. So, sorry. Anyway, like I say, they're very close to being done. At least this one is. I don't know what I'm going to use yet for sure. Like I say, I'll probably go ahead and order a hardware set. I've been meaning to order one. It's got all the screws and nuts and lug nuts and all that stuff in one box. They're like, you know, $16, $20. You get, I don't know what all's in them, but there's a lot of stuff in them. You know what I'm talking about probably. A bunch of screws and hardware. So I'm going to look into that. And there was something else I needed. Oh, in order for us to maybe try these other motors, I'm just going to look and see about another spur gear as well. The motor we have now, I can make it work, obviously. It's going to be just fine. Kind of be fun to just test the other Endura motor to see if a 130 is better than this 180. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, you know, if you have experience with a 130 and a 180, or even this off-brand compared to Endura. I don't know. I know I'm about to put this thing on some rocks and find out what she does.